Morning. Right, so today's stream is about devil orders fast food. So initially I wanted to write devil orders wholly McDonald's, but I thought that was a little bit too restrictive, so I decided against it. Anyways, it is probably the one that has like the most excuse me. It has the most hearts for entry. So Jupi participated, Dame Butterfly participated, and Sakushi participated. They all got hearts. So this one is like the new one. So I won't go through this until tomorrow. So there are like 3 people here participating. All of them I gave hearts. So I'll explain a little bit why on stream itself. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so for Jupi, so almost there. Brendan was almost there. He only needed to wait for the sun to show up before expecting the morning shift to come. It had been a long, grueling night, especially. Sorry, me not in the right condition. Right, especially after that group of young boys came by. They were talking about the woods and bringing food to the girl that they were with. Brendan didn't see her, but it was none of his business. It was already 4 in the morning now, and most of the pre-made food was gone. However, someone still walked inside the store. It was a girl in red dress, but her hair was messed up. A knife was sticking from her stomach, but she didn't seem to be in pain. So in here, you can see the characterization of Brendan in itself. It's really interesting. They're like minimum wage worker and they just couldn't care less. So she walked to the counter. What do you have here that I can eat? We only have 1 cheeseburger, a 10-piece chicken nugget box. Brendan studied the girl's eyes, which were too blurry to look into. He wondered if she was blind. Anything alive? He shrugged. Ma'am, this is fast food. What about a co-worker? He shook his head. Nah, this town barely got anyone past 10. I work here alone, selling stuff I can only reheat. So, are you buying anything? The woman leaned on the counter, flashing her red teeth. You work here alone every night? When was the last time you saw a dead body, Brendan? So casual. And then Brendan looked down at his chest and he saw his name tag. He looked at the smiling woman again. So apparently she's not blind, even though her eyes are blurry. So I would say 3 days ago, someone got run over there because of those woods just a mile away. They say the devil lives there. Don't ask me what the person looks like. I kept my eyes to the side. What if the devil does? I'm just scared of him. Honestly, if he does, he should at least buy off my remaining items every night, Brendan snorted. It gets deducted from my pay if I can't sell it. You too. You already entered, so please buy. The woman pulled away and looked at the food boxes behind the counter. This girl doesn't have money. I'll loot those boys if they have some. How much are those? That's $6.66. Less if you find their store vouchers. I like the aspect of this so much because of the contradictions, right? So I'm a huge fan of contradictions, and if you can see this, there is a bloody murder going on. The girl could probably be the devil herself, and the boy just knew that murder was around the corner, but he just couldn't care less. This is something I really like the dynamics in here. The characters are alive. Also, this is dark humor. It's dark, yes, it's dark. There's death, I know. There's murder, I know. But this is dark humor. It's something that I really like from Droopy herself, which is why I gave it a heart, because it's done like so well. This is like peak comedy, you know, with horror. I want to see like an expansion of this. So yes, I gave it a cookie. It qualified, and I gave it a heart. Right, our second person who joined the prom is Dame Butterfly. So she improves a little bit in here, right? So the devil, Stan, scuffed his feet. So the devil has a name. It's not called the devil, it's called Stan. So human shoes was so annoying. If it was only for a day a year, couldn't they make anything less noisy? His boot-clad feet continued to make horrible scuffing sounds as they marched towards their destination with purpose. Right, so I'm not gonna comment on the English missing word syndrome still there. She has dyslexia a little bit, so it's fine. The dull grey and gold fast food joint stuck out like a sore thumb among the more colourful buildings surrounding it. Stan stopped in front of the glass door entrance, his face slowly shifting into a smug smirk. The place didn't look so bad. Okay. Questionable, but okay. Stan's teeth gnashed together before a tongue poked. as he tried to dislodge the sticky pill. Okay, this part here may not be needed, or at least I don't think it's needed, so it's fillers in a sense. Okay. I mean, it could give a little bit of character details, but not so in a prompt, so it's a little bit out of place. It can be done without. So the burger joint's interior color scheme was just as drab as the exterior, causing Stan to frown. No raid? This place only needs a speckle should be E if I'm not wrong. Speckle of red to liven up the place. Liven up the place too. Okay. The only bright spot came from uniform-clad employees standing behind the counter. Welcome to JJ's Burger Joint. Okay, so in here it's the devil's POV, and then in here is like the transition. So transitions, she is getting it now. So from the burger joint you enter, you see the employees before the employees talk to you. Yes, this is good transition now. Okay, welcome to JJ's Burger Joint. What do you like to order to make your world brighter day? Brighter. Yeah, so it was dreary. Now they want to make it brighter. Good. Contrary. Okay, the question came as the female employee offered her best customer service smile. Yeah, give me 1 second. Stan grumbled, scanning the overhead menu for something that looked remotely appetizing. I will have one of these sappy meals, I guess. This is good. Okay, the overly chubby employee quickly input the order into the register. That will be $6.66, Stan joked, flashing a sharp-toothed smile while reaching for his wallet. Victory was inside. I don't know what his aim was, but okay. So close, but you're off by $2.22. That'll actually be $8.88. Cash your card. The employee beamed, hand extended to receive the payment. Stan's face dropped. Before he could fully process the number, he felt a tug before his spirit began being drugged. Okay, this is terrible English. Do not use this. Do not use this passive. Like, don't use perfect tense. There is no need for perfect tense. Use past tense, simple past tense. Right back to the underworld as his material body vaporized into thin air. Damn you, Jesus! Victory went to upstairs, at least until next April's Fools rolled around. Okay, the last part here, this part here, is what made me decide to give like the purple heart. It kind of was there, but not quite to my standard of a definite purple heart. It was borderline-ish. Again, same like above, it's borderline-ish. It's not quite there yet. Writing wise, I see certain improvements, but at the same time, I want to see it further developed into something more sure, with more confidence. I see a lot of hesitation here. Still, yes. I don't know if the readers can point it out, but that's what I see. Right, and then Sakushi did not get a cookie. The prompt is Devil orders fast food. So Devil is up to interpretation. Fast food could be tacos, but the orders part was not done right, so it did not qualify for the prompt, although I do like it, so I gave it a purple heart. Without the cookie, it doesn't qualify. For me, it doesn't qualify. Right, so Sakushi, it was a hot summer afternoon inside my pa's restaurant. I was still a child back then, but I remember it like yesterday. Papa was a hard-working man, a trait he got from Grandpa. He built this restaurant after his passing. Papa felt it was his duty to keep it running. Business was bad that summer. It was all thanks to the new restaurants opening in town. But Papa thought it was his fault. His daily smoke breaks grew from 1 to 4. He would yell, and his legs would not stop shaking. Okay, this is really, really good. Okay, in case you didn't know, new writers, take note. This is what it means by show. Instead of he grew increasingly agitated, that is a tell. This is a show. Alright, demonstrate the slow progression of a person's downgrade. It was on that summer afternoon that an old vagrant walked into our shop. He wore a large red coat and held a small box, no more than 1 cubic foot. Alright, good description. Right, please, good sir, give me food, the vagrant mumbled. Papa scoffed in anger. What was he thinking coming to our shop? Had he no shame? Alright, this is good, so it's characterization of this man. Right, and what payment should I expect? Asked my pa. Please, I'll tell you what's inside my box. Just please give me food. Right, so this interaction is okay. I would say it's okay, although the transition could be a little bit smoother. I could hear my pa's teeth grind together in anger. He shook his head and stomped his way into the kitchen. So as you can see over here, business is bad. And then there's this bum telling you to give him food for free. And you know that the dad is not like in a very good state. So what makes him change his mind, you see? Not very convincing here. He returned with a plate in his hands. It held the thickest, juiciest taco I'd ever seen. Okay, this is the fast food part. My god, I was jealous. Good. So it's a narrative from first perspective. They haven't forgotten. That's good. The vagrant gorged like a rabid dog. He spared no time to enjoy the taste. Now, said Pa after he finished, tell me what's inside the box. He had not seen it, but I caught a glimpse of the vagrant's smile. It sent a chill down my spine. He leaned closer and whispered into Papa's ear. I could not hear him, but I remember my Papa's cough, saying it was impossible and didn't make sense. But the vagrant left without a word. My Pa had never been the same after. He smoked less, spoke less, felt less. Good! Okay? Until one day he just didn't wake up. Good! Can you see here? This is the gradual transition as well, but in show, one sentence. This is skill. Right? The doctor said it must have been his heart, but they weren't sure. Good! Okay? Even to this day, I can't forget the man. He was old and he must have died by now. But I feel paranoid whenever I pass a beggar on the street. I don't fear that they'll ask for my money, but fear that one day one of them would tell me what's inside the box. Good! This ending here actually nails everything in from this prompt itself. It was good overall. I liked it a lot. It's confirmed. Okay, this is confirmed Purple Heart standard. But there was no ordering. There was no ordering involved. It was begging. So the prompt was not really qualified. It didn't really follow, but it was so good. I just like, yeah. You don't have to follow the rules to write a masterpiece. So good. Okay, write this down, take this down, and then if you can compile it into a book, Sakushi, you have potential. Alright, so in this prompt, actually, I gave everyone purple hearts. Not because it's getting easier, but because they are getting better at understanding the assignment. Also, speaking of assignment, I added this. Yeah, so this is like a horror stories in 2 sentences. So you can actually watch this video if you are feeling curious. It doesn't have to be a story. 2 sentences is literally quite enough to give someone the impact needed. It's art and it's a skill. So you can challenge yourself for the next prompt. Alright, for the next prompt over here, it is living pasta. Right, so today's prompt is living pasta. L-I-V-I-N-G and not L-E-A-V-I-N-G. Okay, so living pasta. The pasta comes alive. Pasta at midnight, you know, that kind of thing. And then tomorrow's prompt is painted happiness. So it's up to free interpretation. I will not penalize as long as you can justify the living and the pasta that I can see it. It doesn't have to be really obvious, but yes. Right, so Jupi already put this in. She's really fast. And then I was asleep back then. So actually what happened was I dislocated my stuff again. Yes, so I put the bone back myself. I didn't know. I was hurting for a very long time, like 2 weeks or so. And I did see a doctor. So it kind of got better at some point and then got worse after, which is really bad yesterday. So I went to see. And they didn't do anything because they can't find anything. So my dad was like, yeah, we checked it out. And then he said it's likely like my ligament is twisted, which means about 2 weeks I'll be like off for about 2 weeks because yeah, hand in. Anyways, I can type now like barely, but anyways, I'm still gonna try write. So this prompts keeping me alive at the moment because I'm very frustrated with what I cannot be doing. So yes, right, so I'm going to also tally out the scores. Jupi is a +7, name is +6, Sakushi is 5, so 7, 6, 5. Alright, let me just do this on live stream in case I forget to do it. And remember to change this thing. Jupi is +7. Oh god, +7. 16 +7. 23. And then Dame is +6, so it's 20. And then Sakushi is +5, so 10. Okay. Things are looking here. Alright, and then Overlord Venus did not submit. I don't know why. Maybe they had no time. Anyways, it would have been simple. Okay, so living pasta. Today is living pasta. I want to see what you guys can come up with. Do not restrict yourself. That's all I want to say. So thank you so much for joining. It's morning. What's the time? Oh my god, less than 15 minutes. I'm a genius. Okay, thanks. Bye.